The good news for Indian fans is that India have qualified for the semi-finals of the 2023 ICC Women's T20 World Cup in South Africa. And the not so good news for Indian fans is that unless England, who are currently the table toppers in Group 2, the same group as India's, go on to suffer a heavy defeat against Pakistan on Tuesday, India are likely to face Australia, defending champions and title favourites, in the semi-final on Thursday. So how did India get to the semi-finals? How did they book their semi-finals berth? Precisely by defeating Ireland by a narrow 5-run margin in a rain-affected DLS-decided game in Cleverha on Monday. Sure, it comes as a relief to India that they have made it to the semi-finals of a third straight Women's T20 World Cup, but their win over Ireland on Monday wasn't really much convincing. That's down to two reasons. One, they played out 41 dots in their batting innings after opting to bat first at St. George's Park. And those 41 dots played a big role in impeding their momentum because they ended up posting just 155 for 6, thanks largely to Smriti Mandhana's T20I career best of 87. The other reason is Harmanpreet, who on Monday became the first cricketer, male or female, to play 150 T20Is and the first Indian woman to cross the 3,000-run T20I milestone, is yet to hit her stride in the tournament. She's going through a bit of a lean patch with the bat, and in a bid to get herself out of the rut, she promoted herself to the number 3 position against Ireland, which I believe was a good move on the part of the India captain, because had she gotten some runs under her belt in India's last group stage fixture, it could have done a world of good to her confidence heading into the semi-finals. But to the dismay of the India captain, she could only make 13 runs during her 20-ball stay, during which she looked scratchy for the best part. And with Richa Ghosh and Deepti Sharma falling for ducks against Ireland, it was Jemima Rodriguez's quick-fire innings that proved the difference at the end, as did Smriti Mandhana's 22nd T20I 50, which came in quite challenging conditions because the wind made it very difficult for aerial stroke play at St. George's Park in Cleverha on Monday. The conditions challenged Ireland as much during their 156-run chase, and a double-wicket opening over put them under severe pressure from the get-go. However, Ireland opener Gabby Lewis and captain Laura Delaney kept the scoreboard ticking at a steady pace and were also able to fetch the boundaries almost at will against pacers and spinners alike. Gabby Lewis was on 32 of 25 deliveries when rain halted the match in the 9th over of the chase. And Captain Delaney later went on to concede during the post-match presser that the fact that neither batter factored in the DLS in their innings construction went on to play a big role in Ireland losing the match to India by just 5 runs. Ireland finished their 2023 Women's T20 World Cup campaign here in South Africa without any wins from their 4 games. As for India, who are yet to play a good, convincing all-round game, they'll have to do far, far better than they have so far in the tournament to stand a chance to defeat their opponents in the semi-finals.